Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our programming C language programming tutorials. The previous tutorials we talked about the pointers. In this video, we're gonna continue the pointers because I found that is very interesting, and we can take an example. So let's get started. So we have here the declarations examples. We have here int star c. This means that c is a pointer to an int. Int star e, and we have here 5. This means that e is a 1D array of size 5 of pointers to ints. So we have here, if you wanna make pointers to many ints, but just you can use this method. No need to type the 5 ints at one time, just put this int star e and 5. But if you make this here, if you make it between braces like this, star f and then 5, here f is a pointer to the 1D array itself, and this 1D array has the size of 5 of ints. So we have here one pointer to 1D array of size 5, and we have here 1D array of size 5 of pointers to ints. Okay, this is very important. We're not gonna talk about the other because it's not our topic right now. Just we're gonna now take an example to get the maximum and minimum value. So let's start. So we have here include copy, include I'll stream, and then int main. Now we know why we use int main void main, and we have here this phrase. Okay, after that we're gonna make this. We have here to define, we can define a table or an array of 6, size of 6. We have here float a6, and we have here 6 numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that, I wanna let the program or write a program to get the minimum or the maximum value. So how to do this is to make a pointer. Float pointer, star means the pointer to the first number in this array or this table, a0. You know, here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 1 to 6. The computer starts from 0. And after that, we can make a pointer again for I. So we have here 2 addresses, one for this, and the other address is I, is for the second number. So I have here 0 and 1. So I have here 2 addresses. I do this, why? Because we were gonna use while. So I have here while statement. While statement shows that if the address of 6 is still greater than I, this means that we're gonna use this from to let the software see the values from here to here. Okay, still a 6 greater than I. Then what? Then what the next step? Let's see. Okay, another brace. So we have here a condition. So while the address of 6 is greater than I, if I, the value, is lower than the min, notice that we have here min and I. This and this. If this is greater than this value, okay, that's so you continue reading the whole table. Okay, continue read the whole table. We have here also while the address is greater than I. This means that we have the address and the address and the address. If this is still greater than I, please find this condition. Okay, if you make this lower than this, you will get an error because it does not make sense for the software or for the program. Why? Because the address 6 will be greater than I, A6 and A0. But if the value of min, this is greater than this, continue. How to continue? Just put min equal to I. Why? Because finally I wanna reach the value, and then start adding I plus plus. Means that continue until you finish at 6. So we're gonna start from 0 and 6, and we'll put the condition. So we have here while and if. So while, this means that the address is greater than I, and of course A6 is greater than I. Okay, and we have here if this the value of the min is greater, this is greater, continue until we get the lower value. Okay, so gonna now stop and printf and finish the code. Okay, you may not find it directly understandable, but by practicing and getting some more examples, you'll find it easy. So let's run it. Pointers, as you know, are not easy, and you have to practice lots of times. So we have here half. So 1, 2, 3, half, 3, 2. So this means that we got the lowest value. What about the highest value? If min star, this is lower than this value. So if min this is lower than this, just continue adding until you get the value that of I star is greater. Okay, so let's see. So now we have here, gentlemen, 3. This means that we forced the software of this program to reach the highest value. Okay, so again, gentlemen, if min lower than I star, what does this mean? This value is still lower than the next value, so I need to continue reading the table until you find the highest value or the higher value. Why? Because this value is still lower. I wanna the higher value. What if we make it like this? If I star is lower than this means that the first is greater. The first is greater than the next. Greater than the next, so I need to be to reach to the lowest value. Why? Because here star min this value is still greater than this, so this is not what I want. I need to reach the lowest value. I guess this makes sense. So we have here the array or the float A6. You put the values you want, and you can get the pointer of the first and the pointer to the second, and then you type the while condition that the address of the last one is greater than I. Okay, and the I, this is the counter. It will increase I plus 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 to use it to read the whole table or the whole array until we stop. Okay, we put it printf 01 f to get the one digit after 0 point, and you can here type the or print the value. Why? Because I need the value itself. We have to put star min. Okay, so if I put here 6 0, and I put here 7, I got an error. Of course, because you did not define the new number or the size of the array. I got half, still half, of course. What if I need to reach here again? The minimum star min is still lower. Still lower? No, I want to reach the high. I wanna let star min the higher, the highest. I will reach to 6. Yeah, that's correct. What if I make something like this? I put 6 here. Let's see. He will know it. The software will know it. No matter what. Why? Because the software will read the whole numbers. Okay? And if we put this like this, and I put this like this, still the second is greater. No, I need to reach the lower. Okay, why? Because here I have to put 2. Oh, I'm sorry, we have a problem. So again, yes. So as you can see, gentlemen, it's pretty important to know the value of the digits to print this lowest number. So this is the lowest number. Again, here is star min. Star min is the first. It is greater. This is greater than this. So I will cancel it. I will go to see the lowest and lowest. Okay, or the lower and lower. So thank you very much. I guess that this covers something today. Now you can make a program, write a program to let it get the higher or the highest or the lowest value, and then you can use the value you get to make any other calculations inside the long program. Okay. So the next time, I guess we may talk about the allocation, stack allocation and dynamic allocations, and then we can continue the PDF or the book we have. We're going to talk about the variables. Okay, I wish this tutorial helps you to find something new. Please practice. Do not only watch videos. You must practice many times. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.